Hey everyone, it's Susan Pierce Thompson and welcome to the weekly vlog. I am here with a question from Bridget and she says, "Hi Susan, I have a question for your weekly blog. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the ketogenic diet. Thanks, Bridget from Georgia." And then my content creation specialist Jen Moon put this note at the bottom. Note, a lot of people ask about the ketogenic diet on a consistent basis recently. So I figure I better answer that one. So yeah, I have some thoughts on the ketogenic diet. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And there's some reasons why I think it's not a good idea. Some people misconstrue bright line eating as a ketogenic diet because we don't eat sugar and flour. And I think, oh, no, you have so not seen our food plan. Our food plan is based on plants, primarily. Lots and lots and lots and lots of vegetables. A little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, lots of vegetable, quite a bit of fruit. That's what our diet is based on. And, some grains in there too, but more when you get down to goal weight. So the ketogenic diet is based on this idea that you can lose weight and, help out some other things too, like brain function. And anyway, I think proponents of the ketogenic diet, talk about it curing a lot of things by reducing carbohydrates in your diet dramatically, the macronutrient carbohydrates, just bringing that down super low and bringing up protein and fat. Now, the ketogenic diet is really similar to other low-carb, high-fat diets like Atkins or just general low-carb, high-fat diets. But the difference is that Atkins, for example, doesn't have any restriction on how much protein you eat. And the ketogenic diet actually does. They recommend, a certain amount of protein and then the rest fat, lots and lots of fat, because protein can get converted into glucose in the bloodstream and they don't want any of that. No glucose hanging around. So the idea is to get your body to burn ketones for fuel and to get your brain to burn ketones for fuel instead of glucose. That's sort of the premise. I think my guess is that it originated when someone discovered that they could lose a lot of weight really rapidly by starving their body of carbohydrates. And it's true, that happens. And it's a total sham because the reason you drop so much weight so fast initially on a ketogenic diet is that carbohydrates help your cells to store water. And when you starve your body of carbohydrates, your cells leach out all their water. So you just piss away a lot of weight. Your cells get all, deprived of water, which is not a good thing. And now all of a sudden, you're 10 pounds down on the scale in, a week and you think, oh my God, this ketogenic diet totally works. And it's like, well, yeah, you actually haven't lost any fat mass, nor have you done anything positive for your health. So I was at a conference recently where I knew that there were a lot of ketogenic folks around, and I was with someone who's nutritionally very aligned to me. We both believe that you should be eating a whole lot of vegetables and a plant-strong diet, some protein in there and some fat, but mostly, a diet really rich in plant-based foods. And we were joking with each other as we walked through the door. We're like, okay, if anyone asks you what you ate for breakfast, what are you going to say? Bacon and butter. Bacon and butter. It's all I eat. Bacon and butter. Oh yeah, bacon and butter. So good. Bacon and butter. So we were cracking up, teasing each other about that. There's now, folks putting butter in their coffee and butter, on everything, with the idea that that's the healthy way to lose weight. So, I don't believe that the research supports that at all. What I do think is that if you stop eating sugar and flour, a lot of good things happen. And I think the benefits of a ketogenic diet that people are seeing are coming from the fact that when they go keto, they stop eating sugar and flour. And yeah, when you stop eating sugar and flour, a lot of healthy things happen. However, I take issue with what you should be eating other than that sugar and flour. I don't think bacon and butter is the way to go. I think eating, salads and kale and apples and, sweet potatoes and, whole real plant-based food. Why? Because that's where the nutrients are and that's where the fiber is. flavors. That's what makes our brain and our bodies hum. We should be eating blueberries and kale and, those kinds of foods, not bacon and butter. I disagree with the ketogenic sort of premise. Now, you can do a healthier version of a ketogenic diet that's not based in bacon and butter, but based in, avocado and whatever. There's healthier fat and protein-based foods than others. However, I still disagree with the premise that you will be healthier by getting the preponderance of your macronutrients from protein and fat as compared with carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is the natural fuel for the body, and plant-based vegetable foods are where the nutrients are. That's where the fiber is, that's where the nutrients are. And there is a lot of research showing that people who eat more of those plant-based foods are going to live longer, are going to be healthier, are going to have more neurogenesis in the hippocampus. This is what lifts depression. This is what promotes solid memory formation, and it's basically the only way to get new neurons in your brain, and you don't get it by eating bacon and butter. As a matter of fact, eating saturated fat decreases neurogenesis in the hippocampus. So for all kinds of health-based reasons, I agree with the ketogenic diet that we should not be eating sugar and flour. I disagree that we should instead be eating fat and protein. I disagree. I think that some amount of fat, some amount of protein, and a large amount of carbohydrate, primarily from vegetables, is by far the healthiest diet, and I think the research bears me out on that. So that's where I both sort of agree with and disagree with the ketogenic diet. And yeah, that's what I think about that. I'm not keto. Bright Line Eating is not keto. And I did not have bacon and butter for breakfast. So that's the weekly vlog. And if you have something you would like me to discuss on the weekly vlog, just send it in. I'm at Susan@brightlineeating.com. I'll see you next week.